On this episode, I share with you the top 7 mortgage mistakes you should avoid. Welcome everyone to this episode of the Ask Jason Gelios show. I'm your host, Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor. Really appreciate you guys tuning in here. It has been a crazy past couple weeks. I hope you guys enjoyed my last 2 episodes where Don Torsha from Basement to Roof Inspections shared the basic information about mold and radon. So those were actually pretty hot episodes. Those gained a lot of traction, so I really appreciate you guys watching. And if you haven't watched it, be sure to pull those up on my YouTube channel or my website, it's allabouttherealestate.com, or on Facebook. So with that said, I'm going to share with you the top 7 mortgage mistakes that you should avoid. And these certainly aren't all the mistakes, but these are the top ones. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into it. Now, mistake number 1 is making yourself house poor. A lot of people do this, right? If you get pre-approved for, let's say, $300,000, right? You're shopping around, you're looking around, and you're trying to max out your budget. You should know how much you are okay with spending on a home per month, and then go from there. Don't base it on how much you are approved for. Base it on how much you feel you can afford. Plus, take into consideration the other expenses. So, mistake number 2 is the true cost of homeownership. This kind of goes back to number 1, where there are added expenses when owning a home. Someday you might have to replace the roof, or the furnace, or the water heater, or an emergency happens, right? So you want to make sure that you really look into the true cost of homeownership and know that your budget is fine if something should happen. So mistake number 3 is not shopping around for the best loan. You want to make sure that you get at least a couple of different opinions just to make sure that everything is good. And the number 1 question that I'm asked about that is, well, if I shop around, does that affect my credit? Well, the credit reporting agencies recognize that you are shopping for a loan when you have your inquiry, so it doesn't affect it as much, if any. So with that said, just make sure that you get more than one opinion and go from there. So mistake number 4 is ignoring the APR, or annual percentage rate. So on the back end, there's APR, right, or the true cost, to where a lot of times lenders will advertise a lower rate. They'll say, we're offering this rate for those who qualify. Always ask what the APR is, or look into that before you even get pre-approved, right? Ask them, hey, what are you offering on that? Because a lot of times some lenders, not all lenders, but lenders will put fees on the back end to make up for the advertised rate. So just make sure that you don't overlook APR, or annual percentage rate. Mistake number 5, putting little or no money down. Some markets will be okay with that, right? If you have values that are going up dramatically. However, you should put some money down. Even with first-time homebuyer programs, sometimes you can get assistance with the down payment. But ultimately, if you're putting little or no money down, it puts you in a higher risk. So if you can put a down payment down, great, you should. Number 6 is not checking or fixing your credit reports. Every year through annualcreditreport.com, you should be getting all 3 of your credit report histories, right? You want to make sure that you know what's on there, and that way if there's a mistake, you can be proactive. Because if you're shopping for a home and the lender pulls your credit and and they see, there was, a judgment on here, and you're like, well, no, that's a mistake, or yeah, but we got it cleared up, right? It can take a long time to get that off of there, or it could cost you a lot of money to have it removed faster. So just make sure that you are aware of how your credit reports look, and you should do that every year. We're on number 7 already. Not going with a VA loan if you qualify, or any other specialized program, right? So veterans, it can actually apply and qualify. I shouldn't say qualify, but that's on a case-by-case basis, right? But you are eligible, I should say, for the VA loan. And that's a great option. I've helped a few veterans with that loan. It's a great option for veterans. And so you don't want to miss out on specialized loan programs if you are looking to purchase a home. For example, if you're looking at purchasing a home in a rural area, there are some programs for that as well. So just ask your lender, think about it. Say, okay, I'm a first-time home buyer. Are there any programs for me? Any down payment assistance? Should I go FHA? Or hey, you know what? I'm a veteran. What about a VA loan, right? So just know that there are specialized options for some people that qualify or are eligible, and just ask the lender, ask questions. When in doubt, always ask questions. So those are the top 7 mortgage mistakes you should avoid. Always ask your lender. If you have any doubts, if you're wondering how much your closing costs might be, right, get the estimate, ask the questions. What the APR is, ask the questions. Are there special loans for me? Ask the questions. I can't stress that enough. I feel in my interactions, right, with people is that they don't ask enough questions. And with me having a mortgage background, I can help out a little bit, but ultimately things change all the time in the mortgage field, and so just ask the right questions when in doubt. So these are the top 7 mortgage mistakes. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow, visit my website, it'sallabouttherealestate.com, and also be sure to check out my new book. It comes out March 23rd, but you can pre-order it. My new book, Think Like a Realtor, a little book about buying and selling real estate, residential real estate, through the eyes of a realtor. That's going to be officially launched March 23rd. So check out the link below. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.